Hello all you Slayers, my name is Matt, and welcome to Slayer's Lair. Hello all you Slayers, welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt, your host. Today we're taking a look at Season 1, Episode 8, called I, Jane, You Robot. It originally aired on April 28th, 1997. Let's get into it. I think this is a funny one. Moloch, the corruptor, tells this dude that all he wants is his love. You do you. The guy says, you have my love. Then Moloch snaps his neck. More and more people are falling under the spell of Moloch, so the townspeople form to try and put a stop to him. The townspeople are successful, and they bind Moloch's spirit inside of a book that shall never be read again. And what do you know it? In present time, Buffy finds the book. Jenny Calendar is trying to help Giles stay organized, and she's hot. She tries to explain emails and modern technology to Giles. Giles was a boomer even back then. Willow scans the pages of the cursed book, and someone or something is trying to communicate through the computer. Willow tells Buffy about her new online boyfriend. She hasn't even seen him yet, but she seems very smitten. Buffy uses the word midget, and I support that, because it's funny. Oh, his name is Malcolm Black, by the way. Buffy warns Willow about rushing into things when she doesn't even know much about him. Buffy says he might have a hairy back. Another student, Fritz, is told through the computer to watch Buffy. Buffy's GPA is only 2.8. Haha. Xander seems a little jealous that Willow is brushing him off for Malcolm. Xander and Buffy discuss how anybody online can just pretend to be anybody else. Fritz is seen carving an M into his arm. Willow overslept due to chatting with Malcolm all night. Buffy continues to be cautious about this relationship. Buffy asks Dave for help tracing the origins of an email. She actually called it an E-letter, and I thought that was hilarious. Dave warns Buffy to leave Willow alone and tells her to scram. Buffy tells Giles that Willow, Fritz, and Dave are acting very strange. She tells Buffy that she could tail Dave. Buffy tails Dave. It leads her to a secured building with the initials CRD on the outside. Fritz asks the computer what he should do about her, and it says, kill her. Xander discloses that CRD stands for Calyx Research and Development, but it closed down last year. They find it suspicious that there's so much activity there if it's supposed to be closed down. Willow tells Malcolm that Buffy doesn't understand their connection. Malcolm discloses that he knows about Buffy getting kicked out of her previous school. This seems to alarm Willow. Giles and Jenny continue to argue about technology. Giles senses something strange about the cursed book. Several students and faculty on campus have noticed that their files are being updated incorrectly. Dave tells Buffy that Willow was looking for her and she's in the girls' locker room. I think he's lying. Fritz turns on the showers to lure Buffy in there, and he tries to electrocute her. Dave shows up to warn her, but he's too late. Dave tells the computer that he doesn't want to do this anymore. The computer tempts Dave with everything, and all it wants is Dave's love. The computer writes a self-delete note on behalf of Dave as Fritz watches. Buffy asks, "How's her hair?" "It's hot." Giles shows Buffy and Xander the cursed book. He recognizes Moloch on the cover of the book and explains that somebody must have read the book, which released Moloch. They realize the book was actually scanned, and he must be in the computers. They try to delete the scanned files, but Moloch appears on the computer and warns them to stay away from Willow. Buffy looks for Willow in the computer room, but she runs into Dave, just hanging around. Buffy tells Giles and Xander about Dave, but nobody calls the police. Fritz incapacitates Willow and kidnaps her. Giles explains Moloch to Jenny, and she says she knows. Buffy and Xander arrive at Willow's where she's not, and they head to CRD. Jenny says she's been noticing strange things about the computers. Giles tells her it's Moloch, and she seems to know this already as well. If she knows so much, why isn't she doing anything? Jenny describes herself as a techno-pagan, and I have no idea what that is. Buffy calls Giles from a payphone. A payphone. Malcolm introduces himself to Willow, finally. But this appears to be a mechanical form of Moloch. Moloch kills Fritz. Buffy and Xander break into CRD as Giles and Jenny figure out how to defeat Moloch. Moloch just wants to repay Willow for bringing him back to life. He says he can give her anything and control the world. Jenny types a spell into the computer. Moloch tries to confess his love for Willow, but she wants none of it. Moloch is about to kill Willow, but Giles' spell stops him just in the nick of time. Buffy hurts her foot because Moloch is made of metal. Duh. The spell seems to work and Moloch is bound once more. But where? Well, apparently Moloch is bound into his metal body. Willow tries to defeat him with a fire extinguisher, but she's useless. Moloch attempts to punch Buffy, but he misses. Instead, he electrocutes his hand in a fuse box. Giles and Jenny continue to argue their perspectives on technology in a flirty manner. He returns a corkscrew-shaped earring that she left behind earlier. During their argument, he uses the line, "I don't dangle corkscrews from my ear." She shoots back, "That's not where I dangle it." What does she mean? Willow is bummed that she fell in love with a demon robot. Buffy tries to comfort her, reminding her that she had the hots for a vampire, a stupid vampire. And Xander says he had a crush on a giant praying mantis, but it was a hot praying mantis. They all agree they will never have a happy, normal relationship. Alright, so what did you guys think of that episode? I loved it. If you kind of grew up around that time when the internet and technology was really starting to take shape, to hear about emails and to see those chatting screens and what did she call it? E-letter? Like, I never heard of that, and I was on the internet way before 97. I never called it an e-letter. What's an e-letter? So what did you guys think of that episode? Especially if you're, a little bit older and you were learning the technology back then as it was being developed. Now you're watching it 20 years later. What do you think of it? I thought it was hilarious. But Jenny was hot too. All right, if you made it to the end, I appreciate you watching. I gotta go. Bye. E-letter.